Hey there, this is DJ Thunderous here from the Thunderhead Show, and I'm tuned in here with Masaki Murashita from his project Masaki. How are you? Or Murashita.
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
All good.
Well, it's been quite a while since we spoke. I think it was back in 2015. So for anyone who's new here listening, could you give them a history of your project Murashita, please?
Sure. Murashita is my solo project. I actually started the project back in 2014 after I left my previous band Hemoptysis in Phoenix, Arizona. And that was, after the band's departure, I wanted to do something like unique and different than a typical metal band when it comes to the style of the band. At the time, I was actually working for Providence Pedals and doing artist relations, and I used to see a bunch of different genres, music bands, and seeing bands like Michael Landau or Laurie Carlton and all those jazz and fusion, Steve Lukather and those guys bands, then noticed like, okay, these guys are solo bands, but having different guys in the band live actually, make it so different and unique when it comes to like chemistry. Such as, okay, on this day they have like this drummer and bassist, and the other show they have like different bassists. But each show and each band, each musicians they have their own distinct sound, and it's unique and cool. So it doesn't have to be you have a consistent band member, and as long as you have the one, obvious music with the lead singer and guitar player sound. So that kind of inspired me to bring it to this project. Okay, it's my solo project, but I'd like to actually work with the musician that I want to work with, whether I respect or like or whatever. At the time I want to play with this guy kind of thing. So that's the whole this thing started. And when I wrote the record, I wanted to invite my good friends and great musicians that I always respected to be involved. So I asked Kelly Conlon from Death, David Ellison from Megadeth, Rodney McLaughlin from Voice of Dissent, and Kevin Talley from Suffocation on drums. So, that was kind of like a very interesting record that I made, because, with the previous bands, it was like working with the same guy all the time. So, working with different people for the record was like totally different experience and style. So I definitely enjoyed the moment, and, I definitely want to keep this thing going.
That's awesome. What was it like working with everybody differently? Was it like unique?
Absolutely. Like working with Kelly Conlon. I actually worked with him in the studio when we tracked the bass for the song Retribution. We actually worked on the bass riff, and he played actually 6-string bass on that song. And with the previous band, I've only worked with the bass player with a 5-string or 4-string, so I was like, okay, 6-string. It's like, isn't that a guitar to me? And he's like so fast and playing, and like, whoa, he's a legend guy. He played on the Death Symbolic record, so I'm like, wow. But I've been good friends with him for years, but it was the first time working with him. But we actually throwing the ideas back and forth. Hey, how about doing this and that kind of thing throughout the recording project? And it was very inspiring and fun, purely fun. And I think we actually did great bass parts on that songs, and we both love it.
So what genre do you think your music is in your project?
It's a mixture of thrash and melodic death metal, and I would say melodic death thrash or something like that. I don't know. I don't want to put my music in one label, but I would say generally, that's the closest sound, I guess.
Cool. And so, who are some of your personal and musical favorite interests?
I grew up listening to old school metal like Metallica and Megadeth or Ozzy or Black Sabbath, AC/DC, and all those bands, and they're still my heroes to this day.
Now, have you ever taken any lessons for playing what you play, or how did you get to where you're at right now?
I'm self-taught, actually. When I was in Canada in high school, I started picking up bass and playing with the guys, with the, just high school friends, kids band thing, but, kind of like listening to the music and just, copied by ear. There was no such a thing, YouTube, back in the day, so you kind of have to copy it in the ear and just seeing the guitar players, fingers, and, that's how I kind of started, then figured it out by myself.
Now, going down the road, was it easy for you where you lived growing up to be in metal and, play the instruments that you wanted to play?
I'm sorry, I quite don't understand what the question means.
Anyone give you a hard time because you wanted to play that kind of metal?
Ah, got it.
Yeah.
Not really. Yeah, okay. Actually, not really, because I see all the movies or like TV show and like, you kind of, mocked at, or, you banned to, not allowed to wear metal shirts at school or something like that I guess in the States, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, it's like offending or something, but I never actually had that problem, growing up, listening to metal or like, with that thing. So, it is definitely, from my perspective, it's interesting that everybody's going through that kind of stuff, and I never did. And maybe because, I was in a small countryside high school in Canada or something, but at least I didn't get in trouble wearing metal shirts and stuff. I wore Metallica shirts and, that kind of stuff to school, and I never got in trouble. Of course, I never, where I didn't even know like bands like DSI and those more extreme stuff at the time, but right. At least I didn't get in trouble, in high school, or nobody actually cared, or gave me trouble. Actually, everybody around me was supportive.
Well, that's a good thing, because sometimes back in the day it was hard.
Yeah, it's definitely different than today's.
Exactly. There's a lot of good bands out there and a lot of good music, that's for sure. What got you into playing music, into playing the guitar and the bass, and what got you going into that?
Okay, when I was in high school, in Canada, again, obviously I didn't speak English as much as I do now, and, it was hard for me to actually, get along friends in school and with the different cultural difference and language barrier and everything. But as soon as I actually started playing music, I already played acoustic guitar and bass a little bit, by myself and whatnot. But when I started jamming with the people, then all of a sudden I started making friends, and I realized, okay, music is global, and even though I don't speak English natively at the time, but we speak same music kind of thing.
Right.
Then that started the whole thing, and I was like, wow, this is so cool and fun, and I want to have a good time with playing music. And obviously at the time I never thought this is going to be one of my career, lifetime career kind of thing, but at the time, it was the thing for me to actually enjoy in the life at the time. And yeah, metal definitely is the reason why I'm here today.
That's cool. All right, we're going to take a second out and let everyone get a listen to your music. This is off the 2015 release of Inescapable Damnation. Here's Retribution, which you spoke about earlier. So let's crank it up. right, that was Retribution. Thank you, everyone, for listening. I hope you all enjoyed it. Let us know what we're thinking. And can you tell us about that track, please?
Obviously, as you hear, I was pissed off when I wrote this song. I was just frustrated and stressed out, and just going through all the difficult moments. And with the lyrics, as the lyric says, I was like, okay, I'm not done yet. And there was a time I was like, okay, I need to move on. So it was the first song, obviously, as my solo project Murashita, but all the anger and stress and frustration and everything is packed with that song.
I know. Who played with you on that track, actually?
Kelly Collin on bass and Kevin Talley on drums.
That's cool. So you guys had some good times while playing that, I'm quite sure.
Absolutely. And this is the fastest song that I've ever written. And I almost kind of regret at the time I wrote it. I was like, shit, how I'm going to play this live? But I figured it out somehow, but it was definitely challenging for me at the time. But, I was like, I got to write something really furious and, angry song.
That's cool. So it made you work harder.
Absolutely.
So do you have any new music in the works out there?
Actually, yes, and I've been working on a few songs since this Inescapable Damnation EP. A little bit delayed at the moment because there's so many life change happened since the 2017. So it's not the way that I wanted to do, but I kind of had to step back a little bit due to my father's illness. He got a bladder cancer back in 2017, and I've been away with the family for 15 years. So I decided to actually step back from what I do and focus on family and stuff. Then luckily he's cancer free now after a few long treatment battle and stuff, but I think I made the right choice at the time. Otherwise, I definitely have a regret.
Hell yeah! Big shout out to your dad.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And
it's
it
one
probably
of the things. Go ahead.
It probably opened your eyes, and you said, "Yep, I got to do this right now. This is my family, and I can step back for now."
Yeah, because I could definitely come back to music anytime I want, but the moment the family never comes back, especially with the parents and stuff. And
exactly.
I was away from home for 17 years in overseas, so it's not like you could see them every day and stuff. So I was like, they've done so much for me over the years, and this is time for me to actually do for them. So I actually moved to Japan and focusing on family since then.
And actually, that's where you're calling us from today, isn't it?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, tell your dad we said hey, and we wish him the best. That's amazing, and we're proud of him.
Thank you. And I was actually in the States when you booked me for this interview.
That's okay. That's why I knew you said that you were going back, and we figured something was going on, and we're so surprised to hear that, but like we said, we wish him well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, any more surprises with, your new music coming out with people on it, or anyone that you might want to mention?
Well, that's something that I'm still working on. A couple of songs are almost ready, and I'm still working on a few songs, and I'm still haven't decided who I'm going to have on drums or bass or even have a guest solo or something, but when the time comes, I definitely think about that. But still, I try not to make a decision or anything at the moment. Just let it happen when it happens.
That's for sure. But if you ever want anyone, I can give you some of my ideas to let you know who it would be really cool to play with you.
Oh boy.
There's so many bands out there that we listen to. I could just come up with quite a few right now, but I'm not going to mention them today.
Oh. Well, that's so many, I made so many good friends in the industry over the years, from, when I was a kid, I never thought I would actually become a friend with David Ellison and have him on play on my record and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of dream come true moment. It is, you know. Fortunately, I have so many of that. So I don't know. Maybe that's an interesting question. I never actually thought about that, but possibly, you know, I might actually call Jeff Loomis or Michael Amlott to play lead on the song. Yeah, they're good people, and you know, I definitely they're one of my heroes.
All right, we're gonna check out your next track here off of the 2015 release of Inescapable Damnation. Here's Death or Glory. Crank it up. That was Death or Glory. That had a lot of meaning to it. Can you let everyone know about that track, please?
Well, that's one of the things, whether you lose or, win kind of thing. It's like, as long as you keep fighting, there's a chance to, win, but it's, just don't give up and just, do what you like and, fight to win kind of, theme of the music.
Mm-hmm. And do you have any videos currently out for these tracks?
I have a lyric video for title track Inescapable Damnation and Retribution, and a music video for Conqueror Fall.
I know I saw the one has a zombie in it. And actually, who plays the zombie in that?
Actually, those are my friends and friends of Rodney, and yeah, the director Matt Zane from Society One's actually got those people and makeup crew.
That's cool. That's a really cool video. I like that one. I was watching it earlier.
Thanks. That was a fun video shoot. I've done several video shoot, but that was the most fun video shoot.
Now, you've had a lot of reviews and interviews out there. It's just amazing. You've had so many good things said about you. How has your project changed or progressed since we last spoke?
Not really. When it comes to the publicity, I handle everything. So I'm the main contact, and I actually contact people or get a contact. And so yeah, just DIY.
Mm-hmm. So you release everything on your own, and you get everything situated, or do you have a record company that does your releases?
Not at the moment. I had a distributor in Europe and, some different territories, but besides distributing music, I just, take care of everything. It's all DIY.
That's cool. Now, down the road, would you like to re-release Inescapable Damnation, on a vinyl, since vinyl is becoming more prevalent?
Absolutely, and I'm even thinking about remixing that record in the future with the maybe when the full length is coming out as a bonus or something. With the because over the years after that record, I definitely have different taste in guitar tone and sound and everything, and yeah, that'll be interesting actually to remix the record as how I sound. How I like the sound now.
Because I think it would sound really great on vinyl. I think it would be awesome.
Yeah.
So, speaking of your new sound and everything, how is your new 5-string bass that you received, and where did you get it from?
They're amazing, and they're ESP Stream 1005 model. And yeah, I've been always wanting to get a 5-string bass for years, and I never had a chance because one, my main instrument is a guitar, so I always end up getting a guitar before getting a bass. So I never had a chance to actually get a 5-string, but I've always wanted to get one, and I finally did, and they're amazing. I love them.
Now, is it difficult for you to play, or did you get right on it and you started, ripping it up?
It's easy, actually. It's nice and smooth, and yeah, I don't feel like I'm, playing a new instrument or anything. I actually play bass every once in a while, so it's not like a new instrument to me or anything, but I definitely enjoy playing it, and it's just, plays like butter. It's so nice.
That's cool. Now, that was endorsed, the 5-string bass, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and who are some of your other endorsements? I know you have quite a few out there.
EMG pickups and Providence pedals and cables, SIT strings, and there are a few other companies. Oh, actually, Molly pedals, and yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
There are many others, to name a few.
Now, how did you come upon being endorsed? You have so many endorsements. That's amazing. It's got to be kind of tough.
Yeah, it's just, it's a business, so, there's no such a thing free meal, so you kind of have to earn it, but as I've done an artist relations manager at Providence Pedals and Cables, so I know how it works and how what companies looking for endorsee to do or what they want or anything. So it's just the most important thing is creating the working relationship. And so when you get a gear and just do something for return, and instead of just being quiet and silent or anything, just kind of thing. I do demo videos and sometimes the company pays me to do it, and sometimes I do it for you. It depends on the relationship and conditions and stuff. But yeah, it's just I only play what I like, and it's not like okay, I do play whatever they give me or anything. But I do play what I like.
That's cool. Now, are you typically happy with the music that you make, or sometimes do you get mad at yourself while you're making it and have to change things up?
No, absolutely. I'm going through that phase every pretty much every day. When I'm in studio and stuff, it's like, damn, why I'm not inspired? But you can't force the creativity. That's the toughest thing. It's one of those things you can. Sometimes you inspire when you actually right at the time you just lay down on the bed.
Mm-hmm.
It's like from nowhere it comes to your mind. It's like the good melody is just coming down from nowhere. When you actually sit in front of the computer and guitar and Pro Tools, and it's like, damn, I'm not inspired at all. But it's like it's so interesting. It's so random. So you never know when when it's coming.
So you don't have any trigger objects that you record your music with, or anything, that's way out there that, you're sitting there watching TV or something and see something and it just triggers it?
Yeah, I just don't know when it comes. Sometimes, when I'm playing and recording, then, okay, then another good ideas keep coming and coming. And sometimes it's like, it's like, sometimes I feel like, almost like I feel like worthless, that I'm not inspired at all. It's like, damn.
So does that mean you write a lot more tracks than you do release? That there might be some out there that no one's ever heard?
Yeah, I have some stuff that nobody's ever heard. So that's something definitely I'm gonna work on in the future. And sometimes it's like, it's funny because sometimes when I'm doing the gear demos, I actually becoming creative, like, damn, that riff sounds great. Why I'm not inspired when I'm writing a song, but with this pedal?
Yep. Damn you, pedal.
Well, actually, the tone of the sound of the product actually inspires me or something, but I don't know. It's very interesting when I'm trying to write my own song. Maybe because I'm picky and stuff, and it's like, okay, I'm not inspired at all. Then it takes forever to put the song together. But when I'm working as a gear demo guy, or like working in the studio for somebody else, then it's like, yeah, I'm inspired. It's so quick.
That's crazy, though.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, it is, I'm sure. All right, we're going to check out your next track here. Here's Conquer the Foe. Crank it up. That was Conquer the Foe. Can you tell us about that track, please?
That's a song about the biggest enemy is sometimes within yourself. That's the theme of the song. So sometimes you just go through difficult time or difficult moment and all that stuff, but it's all about how you take it. So sometimes the biggest enemy is you. Emotion. So just beat down those biggest enemy and move forward, kind of thing, and go through what you're going through.
Now, you did a tour after we last spoke. How was that tour, and where did you play, and what did you see, and who did you play with?
We did the tour in Japan. We played 4 shows in Tokyo, Osaka, Nagoya in 2015. Then we did the Southwest tour in the States the following year in the summer. Utah, Phoenix, and California, LA. And yeah, definitely fun. I had a blast in Japan with Rodney and the guys in Japan that I hired to play with, and the promoter definitely took care of us, and the crowd was awesome, and that was definitely one of my best memories as a musician in my life. But the US tour was actually fun. Great to see, great to actually perform in Phoenix again. And seeing some familiar faces over there, and never played in Utah, Salt Lake City, Utah, and that was fun and great to see people, and the traveling was actually fun as well, and definitely at the time with the bands, I got the right live band in the States, and Patrick and Chris, they're great musicians, and yeah, definitely the lineup change, having the different bands in the States and Japan was definitely unique and different because, like I said earlier, having the different guys in the band definitely makes it different and have a different vibe and chemistry and stuff. And I definitely enjoyed playing with those guys in every minute, and yeah, that was fun.
That's cool. Now, when you were out on tour, do you have a memorable moment, something that happened on stage, something hysterical that you want to talk about, anything funny or something blowing up or something not working correctly?
I'm trying to remember something, but it's been it's been a while, so it's hard to think about, yeah.
Well, that's okay. Maybe you could remember it and tell us next time, or maybe have a new tour coming up when you get this new album going, and we actually look forward to your new album. You can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, I'm sure definitely something funny comes up when we play it again, because we have tons of those, but I just can't think off the top of my head.
Well, that's okay. That's cool. So where are your social media sites where your merchandise can be purchased, where people can, come and chat with you if they want you to come out and see you?
You can purchase my merchandise on my website, masakimurashita.com, or follow me on Facebook, Instagram, /Masaki Murashita. It's all same account. Actually, Facebook is Murashita Music, and Instagram is Masaki Murashita, I believe. So yeah, just follow me there, and I definitely keep you guys updated.
Oh yeah, definitely keep us updated, because I know you said the new album's going to be different than the older album. So hell yeah, we'll want to hear that. And is there anyone out there you want to give a shout out to? Anyone, like your fans? Anybody personal or?
Yeah, for everyone who's listening to this, thanks for checking it out, and hope you like the music, and definitely working on another music in the future, so stay tuned, and horns up.
Alright, that was Masaki Murashita, everyone. You can also request his project here on MetalDevastationRadio.com anytime. And could you do a shout out for the radio station for us, please?
Hey, it's Masaki from Murashita. You're listening to Thunderhead show at MetalDevastation.com, where metal reigns supreme.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, and thank you for taking time out of, you have a lot going on, and thanks for tuning in to Metal Devastation Radio.